Hello, all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr, and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Strawlane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a very exciting, a very looked forward to episode of Critiquing with Carr here on Vet from Friday. As always, if you enjoyed episodes such as this one, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following the audio platforms, clicking thumbs up or like buttons so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date on those platforms when new episodes release, as well as clicking and share out so you can continue to go to the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. I say all that with an immense amount of glee because we're talking about, on this special edition of Vet from Friday, Witness for the Prosecution. And with that being said, let's begin. This movie was directed and co-written by Billy Wilder. The other co-screenwriters were Larry Marcus and Harry Kurnitz. This movie was based off the 1926 story and 1953 play, Witness for the Prosecution by Agatha Christie. This film was produced by Arthur Hornblow Jr., and the cast for this movie is as follows: Tyrone Power, Marlene Dietrich, Charles Loughton, and Elsa Lanchester. The cinematographer for this movie was Russell Harlan. The movie was edited by Daniel Mendel. The musical score was done by Matty Melnick. The production company for this film was Edward Small Productions. It was distributed by United Artists. This movie was released on December 17th of 1957 in the United States, and on January 30th of 1958 for its London premiere. The runtime for this movie was 116 minutes. The budget for this film was $2 million, and the box office grand total for this film was $9 million US. The short list of accolades for this film are as follows. At the Golden Globe Awards, Elsa Lanchester won for Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. And finally, at the David D. Donatello Awards, Charles Loughton won for Best Foreign Actor. And now it comes time for one of my two favorite parts, which is when I list off the top 10 highest grossing films for that year's release, being 1957's Witness for the Prosecution. Coming in number 10 was Jailhouse Rock. It was distributed by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. Its worldwide gross was $4 million, and it stars Elvis Presley, Judy Tyler, and Mickey Shaughnessy. Coming in number 9 was Don't Go Near the Water. It was distributed by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. Its worldwide gross was $6.14 million. It stars Glenn Ford, Gia Scala, and Earl Holliman. Coming in at number 8 was Old Yeller. It was distributed by Buena Vista Distribution. Its worldwide gross was $6.25 million in rentals. And it stars Dorothy McGuire, Fess Parker, and Jeff York. Coming in at number 7 was Pal Joey. It was distributed by Columbia Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $7 million in rentals. And it stars Rita Hayworth, Frank Sinatra, and Kim Novak. Coming in at number 6 was Raintree County. It was distributed by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. Its worldwide gross was $9.1 million. And it stars Montgomery Clift, Elizabeth Taylor, and Eva Marie Saint. Coming in at number 5 was Gunfight at the OK Corral. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $10.7 million. And it stars Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas, and Rhonda Fleming. Coming in at number 4 was A Farewell to Arms. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Its worldwide gross was $20 million. And it stars Rock Hudson, Jennifer Jones, and Vittorio De Sica. Coming in at number 3 was Pay and Place. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Its worldwide gross was $25.6 million. And it stars Lana Turner, Hope Lang, and Lee Phillips. Coming in at number 2 was Sayonara. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $26.3 million. And it stars Marlon Brando, Patricia Owens, and James Garner. And finally, coming in at number 1 as the highest grossing film from 1957 was Bridge on the River Kwai. It was distributed by Columbia Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $30.6 million. And it stars William Holden, Sir Alec Guinness, and Jack Hawkins. And now, the moment you and I have both been waiting for, my review of Witness for the Prosecution. When it comes to classic courtroom dramas, few films can rival the brilliance of Witness for the Prosecution. This film, based on Agatha Christie's play, manages to deliver both gripping suspense and surprising emotional depth. From the moment the story begins, we are pulled into a world of intrigue, deception, and unexpected twists that keep us guessing until the final moment. One of the first things that caught my attention in Witness for the Prosecution was the character of Sir Wilfrid Roberts, played magnificently by Charles Loughton. Within just a few minutes, Sir Wilfrid establishes himself as a grumpy, no-nonsense barrister, someone who is clearly used to being in control. His icy demeanor, particularly towards his staff, instantly gives the film a sense of tension, and his commanding presence draws you in. Miss Plimsoll, played by Ella Lanchester, provides a perfect foil for Sir Wilfrid's gruff exterior. Their relationship, while not overtly affectionate, has layers of care and respect. Miss Plimsoll's patent concern for Sir Wilfrid's health contrasts with his stubborn insistence on working despite his condition. It's a testament to Loughton's and Lanchester's performances that this relationship feels so real. The film's central mystery revolves around Leonard Vole, a man accused of murdering Miss Emily Jane French, a wealthy widow who has left him a substantial inheritance. The relationship between Leonard and Miss French is compelling and tragic in its own way. At first, it seems sweet and innocent. Leonard appears to be a kind, affable man who simply befriended Miss French. However, as the layers of the story are peeled back, we learn that Leonard had ulterior motives. His apparent kindness toward Miss French masked a desire to gain access to her money, turning what seemed like a genuine connection into a calculated manipulation. This contrast adds complexity to the film's moral landscape and makes Leonard a much more intriguing character. As Sir Wilfrid becomes involved in Leonard's defense, we see how deeply invested he is in the case, despite his failing health. Miss Plimsoll constantly tries to make sure he rests, urging him to take care of himself, but Sir Wilfrid can't resist the pull of the courtroom. His passion for his work and determination to see justice served, combined with his dry wit, make him a captivating character. Watching him navigate the legal system with sharpness and poise is one of the highlights of the film. The courtroom scenes, in particular, are nothing short of brilliant. They are the film's heart and soul, balancing tension, drama, and moments of humor with masterful perception. The back and forth exchanges between the defense and the prosecution are riveting, with Sir Wilfrid facing off against Mr. Myers, the sharp and relentless prosecutor. The way Sir Wilfrid stays calm even when the odds are stacked against him speaks to his experience and brilliance as a lawyer. One of the most suspenseful moments in the film comes when Sir Wilfrid and Mr. Mayhew receive letters from a mysterious Cockney woman. The scene is filled with tension, and there's a real sense that something bad may happen, whether it's Sir Wilfrid succumbing to a heart attack or a more violent outcome. The film's twists and turns reach their peak when we learn that Christine Helm, Leonard's wife, has been deceiving everyone all along. From the start, Christine presents herself as a dutiful and supportive wife, but by the end, she is revealed as a cold and calculating mastermind. Her testimony in court initially seems to destroy Leonard's defense, but we later learn it was all part of a grand plan to secure his acquittal. The revelation that Christine had crafted the Cockney woman's letters and orchestrated the entire deception is mind-blowing, and it completely shifts how we view the characters and the events that transpired. The film doesn't stop there, though. Just when you think everything is resolved, we learn that Leonard wasn't innocent after all. The final twist, that Leonard actually did kill Miss French and has been having an affair with a younger woman, adds a shocking final punch. And Christine's reaction to this portrayal is just as shocking. She stabs Leonard in a fit of rage, bringing the story to a violent and dramatic conclusion. It's an ending that feels both satisfying and surprising, as it solidifies Witness for the Prosecution as one of the greatest courtroom dramas. In conclusion, Witness for the Prosecution is a masterclass in storytelling, acting, and suspense. From the layered characters to the expertly crafted twist, every element of the film works together to create a thoroughly engaging and entertaining experience. The performances, particularly from Charles Lown and Marlene Dietrich, are outstanding as they help elevate the film to classic status. I certainly highly recommend Witness for the Prosecution. It's a film that holds up remarkably well even decades after its release, and its twists and turns will leave you guessing until the very last scene. Which is why, for the first time ever on this podcast for a movie, this one being Witness for the Prosecution, it earns a perfect score of 10 out of 10 on the Diamond Dave scale. With all that being said, if you've enjoyed this week's edition of the show, My Film Freaks and Cinephiles, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following us on the audio platforms, clicking that thumbs up or like button so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date on those platforms when episodes release, as well as clicking at share out so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. And until next time, my film freaks and cinephiles, happy viewing and take care.